Okay, I am here with my good friend Tony.
Hi,
and,
Kathy.
We are going to talk about math today, and Tony uses a math called Life of Fred.
Life of Fred.
Okay, tell us about that.
I love Life of Fred because it is a story that you read that incorporates not only math but critical thinking, which I think is very important.
Oh, yes.
And it has science, it has English, and it's just a whole bunch of different things within the math curriculum. My child does not like anything labeled school, and she asks why all the time. Why this, why that? So having a story that connects the math to real life to her makes sense, and she can see why we need to do this. And I love the way it brings in future math, but it gives you little glimpses of future math. We're in just the end of the 5th grade series right now, or the elementary series, and we're already looking at algebra type concepts that go with what we're doing, and it just makes a lot of sense. So
that is so good.
It's a silly story that I thought my very mature child would not like, but she loves it. And so it really does make a difference for her to have this story that brings real life into math, because to her that's important.
That is good. So it's really is a goofy story. It's Fred that teaches at
Kittens University.
Yes.
And he's 5, and he's a math professor, and he goes on all these wild adventures.
Exactly, and he's 3 feet tall?
Yes.
Right. And so, here, get in the camera. Okay, so so it starts with apples, right?
Yes.
Bananas. So would you recommend for these 8 people, would they start with apples so they hear the beginning of the story?
We started in 4th grade, halfway through our 4th grade year, after many failed attempts with other curriculums, and for a long time I just kind of did my own thing and did basic math at home. And so I thought it best for us to start at the very beginning, and it took us, so that was last year in about January, in her 4th grade year, and now we're approaching the end of her 5th grade year, and we're almost finished with the elementary series. So for me, it made sense to go back to the beginning, because I'm not on a timeline of when she should get things done. I just want to get all the information in.
Okay.
So we chose to do that, and I'm really glad that we did, because I think we would have missed some of the story and some of the concepts. I didn't want to misunderstand anything that they were trying to teach, because I had missed something prior. So it's very simple. We do 3 to 4 chapters a day, and just kind of plug through it from there, and it's been a great thing. Now suddenly my child, who had meltdowns over math, is like, let's do math, and that was shocking to me, because we've never ever had that experience in a subject with her.
Okay, so here's my next question too. As a parent, does it take a lot of prep work for you to do?
I don't do a single bit of prep work. I'm learning right along with her.
Okay.
We read the story out loud. In the beginning, I had her read it because she's a very strong reader, but I realized that she was missing some things by doing that on her own. So I read it to her, and then at the end of each chapter, there's a your turn to play questions. There's usually 4 or 5 questions. As the chapters get harder, there's less questions. And so you just answer those. The answers are right on the back, so I sneak a peek, make sure I understand what's going on, and she writes the answers down, and we talk about it. So,
perfect.
And it's very simple then, because of the type of stories that are in there, to bring in math in other ways in our life.
Right.
The last one we did was the ice cream book, and he has an ice cream machine, and we just got an ice cream machine. So it was easy to incorporate what Fred was doing, and this is what he did, and his recipes and all that kind of stuff, and how did that translate into our life. So it was real easy to do that kind of thing. And there's lots of animals, and we're real big on animals, so very simple to bring it around into our life to practice these concepts.
Right. So if I could put Tony in a box, which you can't, but if I could, she would kind of probably be more of an unschooler.
I would agree with that, for sure.
And she uses lots of different creative ways to teach. And so this Life of Fred
it fits us, for sure.
Yes. Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you.